This year I got to enjoy quite a few lemon zest. They were first rate to eat, and I got to eat a bunch of them because they all had a rotten spot on one of the shoulders, so couldn't be sold. So disappointing for sales. Absolutely delicious for the picker man. As always, I enjoyed many carry this year. Got to have some pineapple pleasure this year. Those are usually perfect and get sold, and there aren't very many of them, but I got to have some this year. That was very good. I always enjoy Valkyrie. Had a few of those this year. The Jahingar, ugly little mango from India, but an exceptional taste all its own. I always enjoy the Pimsain Moon. Have a long season. Eat them at several stages of ripeness. The Pram Chimaya that I'm standing by, I listed previously as one of the supremely delicious varieties. This year it was heavily loaded, and through about the first half of its crop, the flavor was surprisingly humdrum. And this was right after I lauded it, on a video. But the last ones ripened up very nicely and reminded me of what I had been talking about. They were very good. And even though we're into mid-August, there are a few left on the trees. So it's had a very long season. And I don't recall ever seeing flowers and fruit set in early August. But here we have a branch on the Pram Chimaya. Just full of fruit set there. We don't know if those will actually hold, but they probably will in the typical Pram Chimaya cluster. Oh, another one that I did have this year that wasn't from this grove was the 36-8 from Zills that they're calling Super Alfonso now. That hasn't been promoted much yet because we all have trouble figuring out when to pick it. If we pick it too soon, it's got no flavor. If we let it ripen on the tree, it doesn't have much flavor either. You have to pick it just right and ripen it in hot conditions. But I was given one fruit. It looked quite green. I left it on the back of my pickup by a pallet under a tarp. It was quite hot there for over a week. When I finally ate it, it was supremely delicious. Very good, and a distinctive flavor.
Have you heard of other varieties that you are wanting to taste sometime? Intriguing?
Well, just about any variety that I hear about that I haven't tasted, I want to. This year I heard quite a bit about the Sindri from Pakistan. I would like to try that. Several other Pakistani mangoes as well that I heard about. Oh, I always enjoy the dwarf Hawaiian. We had a shorter season this year than we had the several previous years. No double crop, or almost no double crop. There were a couple branches that did have a second crop on them. Always a good flavor to me.